Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Single Dad Life series. This is Darren here. So today we're going to be talking about money, money, money. It's a subject I guess everybody loves and hates at the same time. When when your spouse leaves or you leave your spouse, probably one of the biggest struggles you have, other than the emotional struggles, is financial. You're going to lose half of your income probably. So you really need to go into survival mode. You have to really take a close look at your finances. You have to figure out what you have and where it's going. And I highly recommend two authors that write great books on finances and financial basics, Dave Ramsey and Mary Hunt. They both have great books on financial basics. So one of the things that I did, which worked out well for me after my spouse left, was I went through all of my finances. I made a list, I wrote everything down, and anywhere I could cut, I cut, because the last thing you want to do is start digging yourself deeper into debt as you go through the process. So I cut cable, I canceled the newspaper, my car I was paying a lot of money for. I traded my car in and got a less expensive car, greatly reduced my payments. It made a huge difference. So once you kind of got your feet under you a little bit, the main thing you want to focus on is making sure that you have a roof over your head and that you have enough money for food. Those are the two most important things. Jim Rome has a funny saying that money can't buy you happiness, but it's pretty high up there with oxygen, because if you can't afford a house or somewhere to live and you can't afford food, you're going to be in pretty big trouble. So the real key, like once you get down to figuring things out, is to have a budget. Budget is super important. So this is a budget spreadsheet, and it helps you figure everything out. It makes it simple. It also will it will help you so that you're not digging yourself deep into debt. You'll know whether you have enough money to do certain things or whether you don't have enough money. So the very top, you figure out your income. What money do you have coming in? So you got to figure out the total amount that you have coming in. How much money do I have available to me? So whether you have a job, whether you're doing some side work, whether you're getting interest, child support, whatever it is, it's going on the income row. Then after that, you start figuring out your expenses. And you really got to get down to the detail with the expenses. So you have your home expenses. So you get your mortgage, phone, cable, gas, electric. It's all here. It's very detailed. After that, you figure out, what are my transportation costs? Car, gas, car insurance, anything related. If you take the train, any transportation cost. Then you go through your health expenses, health insurance, any payments for drugs that you require. So you capture everything that you can related to your health. And you do the same thing for if you make charitable donations. Some people make charitable donations every month. I greatly respect that, but when you're struggling financially and you've lost a lot of your income, that might be an area that you're going to have to cut back on. Daily living, groceries, any kind of supplies you need, cleaning supplies for the house, you're going to capture that. And then entertainment, this is an area that you're probably going to have to cut. You can't just go doing what you did before. You can't just go out to expensive restaurants, go to the movies. There are things that need to be cut. You're going to have to live frugally. You're going to have to live on the cheap if you're going to make it. Things will get better. I can tell you, when I first started out, it was really, really hard. Financially, everything was very tight. I didn't have the money available to do the things that I wanted to do. But as time went on and I figured out a better balance, somehow, you know, it seemed like more money was coming in, and I found that balance. And then, you know, if you have any savings, other obligations, any subscriptions to newspapers, magazines, it's all captured in this budget. And that's the most important thing. You need to know what's coming in and what's going out. And it may be necessary for you to find a second job. I know that, you know, that sounds terrible, but you got to do what you got to do to get by. I have a really good friend who drives for Lyft. You know, she gets nice second income. Obviously, you know, I have a side business that brings in a second income. So sometimes that's what you got to do, you know, is get a second job. Things get tough when you lose half your income, and you got to do what you need to do. And like I said, one of the most important things you can do is creating a budget. You need to figure out what's coming in and what's going out. If you want a copy of this budget, I'm more than happy to share it with you. I'd appreciate if you share my video and make a comment, and then I'll make sure you get a copy of my Finance 101 budget. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching. I really appreciate it, and we're going to continue on with our series. Thanks again for watching.